All right, that's recording. This is recording. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. So welcome. This is class number 2. So grateful for you all to be here today. And let me know how the sound is, because when we start going to practice, I'm going to stand back. I've got a mic, this little thing here that I can move. So just let me know how the sound quality is, okay? And I'm going to start sharing my screen right now. Boom. Okay. So before we start, let's just ground in together. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep belly breath in through your nose. Feel your crown extend. Your shoulders sink down. And feel your feet root down into the earth. Then smile down from the center of your brain. Just melt that smile through the heart, down through your belly, through your hips, your legs. Calling in your full presence. Calling in our higher selves. The enlightened teachers, guides, and support that are here for us, both in the higher realms and here on earth. And just feel the support. Feel each of us as a pillar in our homes, in our communities. Really let that feeling of gratitude begin to fill our beings as we dive in today. All right. So, how are y'all feeling? Put in the chat box. Let me know how your day is going. It's hot as hell here in Oakland. It's like 100 degrees, and it's usually, let me put this in full screen. And then in the chat box, just let me know if you can see my face or not. It's not that important. Okay. So, yeah, so it's 100 degrees. It's super hot. And I'm realizing that when, today's process, what we're going through, last time we went through grounding, we went through more of the respiratory training and creating a sacred space. And so I wanted to, also want to just look at that chat and see what y'all said. Okay. 111 in Vegas, 70 degrees in Santa Cruz, nice. So I realized that, in this kind of heat, gosh, I get way more just easily ungrounded. I feel lethargic. I get a little lazy. My mind becomes dull. These are all, let's see, let me clear that out of the way. Boom. Okay. And so today's focus is really around using our posture very specifically to help ground us. And we're going to go through Qigong exercise for grounding, cleansing, and the activation of the 5 gates. So in Qigong, they often talk about these specific points that are extremely important in Qi cultivation as gates. They also refer to our joints as gates, because when our joints become stuck through fascial adhesions, trauma, those types of things, it blocks the energy flow. And then it can build up more stagnancy. So we're going to dive into that, as well as the 3 treasures: the head, the heart, and the belly. So the roots of Postural Dao Yin. Now remember, there's 3 aspects to Qigong. And if you always remember this, they're called the 3 adjustments, or the 3 intentions: the breath, the posture, and the mind. So we're going to continue to come back to that over and over. And today we're focusing more so on the posture. Now they're always intertwined, but we're going to be really diving in today. So Dao Yin means leading and guiding. And it was the original name of Qigong, was Dao Yin, leading and guiding through the mind. And when we stretch our body, or we open through these Qigong exercises, what makes it more powerful is using the breath and the intention to guide the energy through the channels, through the organs, the chakras, etc. So you see that guy on the right? That is Hua Tuo. And he was a physician and Taoist alchemist from 206 BC. So this is almost 2,000 years ago. And he created one of the first forms of Qigong called the 5 animal frolics, or 5 animal play. And this there's, I would say, about 5 primary forms of Qigong. Okay, so I want you guys to see the templates of Qigong. So you begin to look at these as both spiritual and energetic templates of life. And so how these forms came about was we looked at how disease forms in the body. And if you look at a river as an example, the river, when it becomes stagnant, there's no floor, life all around begins to die, right? And so a part of my plan today as well is, or part of your homework is to find your power spot where life is flourishing, where the grass, the trees, the birds are alive. That's who you want to do your Qigong practice. And that's where you're going to be able to replenish your energy. So Hua Tuo, first one who really discovered and started to mimic the animals and nature. Now, Damo, also known as Bodhidharma, he is the one who traveled from India, bringing essentially Buddhism to China. And the story goes that, or the legend, he goes to the Shaolin Monastery, and these monks who have reached, a high level of awakened awareness. The awakened awareness comes through, and just breathe into this, first, the body, okay? And so in some of the spiritual traditions, they talk a lot about bringing the awareness to the third eye, the crown, and kind of forgetting about the body. And so they would sit cross-legged oftentimes. And when you sit cross-legged for long enough, what happens? Your legs get tingly, if you're not flexible enough, but you begin to get disconnected from your legs, from your root. And they were using those for specific purposes to reach spiritual awareness and so on and so forth. But what that does, if you aren't practiced and you haven't built a strong posture and you haven't overflowed or nourished your organ chi, it leads to chi deviation, or sometimes they call it chi psychosis. And I'm sure you guys have ran into it. Spiritual people who they're highly refined or skilled, but they don't have grounding. They don't have a presence. They don't have, or they get sick a lot, right? Or there's certain, you're like, what's going on with that person, right? And so in Qigong, which is why I love it so much, and I think it's a big reason why you guys are all drawn here, is because the first step is embodiment. And in the traditions of, they call it somatic meditation, the awakened awareness comes through the posture first. Because once our spine is aligned, it's like a hose, central channels open, and now the awareness naturally comes. If we sit long enough, we breathe long enough, we stand long enough, it's there for us. It's always waiting for us. And so Damo, when he came to the Shaolin Temple, he was like, man, y'all sitting cross-legged. Y'all look skinny and frail and weak. You guys are getting sick. WTF, man, what the fuck? So the story goes that he brought these Dao Yin practices, these stretches, these Qigongs, and these, basically that's how the Shaolin martial arts began, was from him bringing these practices, because he realized that if you don't have a strong body, then you can't reach the full potential of your mind and your spiritual consciousness. So 50% of enlightenment is posture. And begin to notice that throughout your day as well. When you're starting to feel that sense of agitation, observe your posture. And the masters, they're always doing Qigong all day long. So I'm in the grocery store, you in the line, right? Oh, I'm noticing I'm getting agitated at this dude in front. Okay, let me just line my spine, breathe down, let it flow through my body. All right, so next up, 18 rules of Postural Dao Yin. What I want you guys to do before we go into this is just close your eyes for a moment and then think of a moment during this past week when you felt really ungrounded. Okay? Just bring that into your awareness. Maybe you were overwhelmed with work or a client. Something is going on with the relationship. And just bring that into your awareness for a moment. Okay? Because a big part of Qigong is noticing how our energy responds to life itself. Life is our teacher. And then drop it in the chat box. What moments did you feel most ungrounded? Okay. And then we're going to review this. And remember, we got to make sure you have space to stand. But before we stand, I'm just going to review this from a mental perspective. And as we sit, I want you to actually close your eyes at time when you feel called and just bring your full awareness to that part of your body, okay? So here we go. Bring your attention to your feet and begin to allow your feet to soften, feeling each toe, feeling the ball of the foot, the heel of the foot, the center of the foot. Feel your knees are bent. And feel your hips are relaxed, your tailbone gently tucking under like an anchor in the ground. Now gently lift up the perineal area. And as you do that, also gently lift your sphincter. And you can play with it. Play with the strength. Find that sweet spot. And we're just focusing 100% on the posture now. We're going from the bottom up. And now as you breathe in, relax the belly. Number 6. And as you exhale, gently pull the belly back. Pull it in. So we'll have this natural ebb and flow of the belly. Now bring your awareness to your waist, at the bottom of your rib cage, and feel the organs, the tissues, the abdomen relax even more. Feel your rib cage gently pull in and down toward the earth. And we're doing that natural belly breathing. Inhaling, filling the belly, relaxing the belly. As you exhale, pull the belly back and gently lift the perineum. Now bring one hand on your collarbone. Bring this down. Bring one hand on your collarbone. And I want you to inhale. We're going to do a few warrior's breaths here, okay? As you inhale, feel the sternum lift. And as you exhale, let the sternum gently drop and melt. I'll even go a little lower. Inhale. This is like a ninja warrior's breath, okay? Not full blast. Inhale. Let the chest rise, ribcage expand. As you exhale, gently tuck the chin or tuck the chest in. Let's do 3 more. Feeling with fresh energy. Exhale. So this is the middle dantian, inhaling, expanding lungs and heart. As you exhale, let the chest tuck in. 1 more. And exhale, let the chest relax, soften, and melt. So from the side, if you look, we don't want to be in this posture here because this takes effort. You want to press in, it's about 1 inch. So your bones are stacked and your muscles melt around the bones, okay? We don't want any muscular tension held in the shoulders, the back. And naturally, as the chest tucks in, the upper back stretches. So the muscles around the traps begin to soften. And now the bones are stacked and the muscles melt around the bones like honey or like candle wax. Just feel that for a moment. Feel the chest gently tucking in. And that stretching of the upper back. And that stretching of the upper back is really like half an inch. The subtlety of Qigong is where the magic is. So even as you're sitting, see if you can become aware of that. And now bring your awareness to your elbows. Our attention is on the elbows. And feel the sensation of heaviness. Your elbows are just sinking down. So number 11 is just sink the elbows. As the elbows begin to sink, it naturally opens the inner fascia in the shoulders. And the shoulder blades we call the scapular pump. So as qi begins to build and overflow our belly and our lower dantian, it flows up the spine to the heart. And our thoracic spine is like the pump. So our shoulder blades come in and out. There's this natural pump that happens. So when the elbows are heavy, the qi can naturally flow down into the hands. And now naturally, with a smile, allow the armpits to hollow. It's like you have eggs under your armpits, creating a little space under your arms. So we're doing this practice sitting Qigong is a big part of my daily practice. And then relax the wrists. You can let your palms face the sky in a position of receiving, of surrender. And now suspend the head. Bring your hand on the top of your crown, this area right here. Tap it for a moment. Okay, we're gonna tap that point. It's called the Bai Hui, means 100 meeting points. So our spine, our whole body is like a divine battery. So this is the yang polarity, the positive polarity, gathering sun qi, heaven qi. And then the Hui Yin, the earth gate, which we're gonna go into deeper later, is the yin polarity, the negative pole. So now press on your head and then grow taller. Breathe in and grow taller. Feel your head is suspending the heavens or being pulled up by a string. And then bring one hand on your chin. From the side angle, it's like this. It's only an inch or so. We're creating space in the cervical spine where we're often like this, or we have our head jutting forward, right? So as we tuck the chin, it elongates the space, allowing the intelligence of our mind to connect to the wisdom of our heart. We're going to breathe into that for a moment. So it's really only another half an inch or so. Tuck and back. And as you breathe into this posture, bring your awareness back, like you're bringing it into the center of your brain or even further. What that does, it relaxes the frontal lobes, our thinking mind. It helps drop us into deeper kinesthetic awareness or intuitive awareness. Begin to notice you have an increased sensitivity or sensation in your body as you bring your awareness back. And when we practice Qigong, you can already feel your state changing, I'm sure. The eyes can be open. If they're open, keep a soft gaze in general. Now, if you are outside in crowded areas, or if you want to begin to open up your inner vision, you close your eyes. So when I practice, I like to do 50-50. I'll close my eyes, drop into the mystery inside, and really connect. And then the other 50%, I make sure I'm fully present. So I'm bringing this grounded Qigong state or flow state into my waking consciousness. And then we close the mouth. And the reason why we close the mouth is because we want to breathe through the nose. When we cultivate qi, we want to breathe with softness, with quietness through the nose, because it humidifies the air, cleanses the air, and allows longer breaths, allows deeper breaths into our lungs and our dantian. So we close the mouth, open the nose. Now my teacher calls it stopping the ears, which simply means listen to your inner voice. Listen to what's going on inside and allow the distractions of the world, of the environment to fall away. And as you open your inner ears, naturally you'll begin to hear with new sensitivity. I remember when I was deep in practice in the forest, there was a certain point where I could begin to hear the flowing of the water. And I was like, where's the water? Where am I hearing this water? And it was because I dropped into that deep alpha state and my sensitivity increased. And then I realized that there was a river not too far away. So this is the cultivation that we're talking about. We begin to refine our ability to listen to the elements, first internally, and then externally. And the last one is touching the tongue to the upper palate. So touch the tongue to the upper palate. This connects the front and back channels of the body. So the front channel is called the conception vessel. The back channel is called the governing vessel. So as you inhale, feel your belly now. Feel the tongue like this, just behind the teeth, just on the upper palate. Now as you inhale, feel your belly, relax the perineum. As you exhale, pull the belly back, lift the perineum, and simply feel what's going on. Observe the sensations in your body. So at this point, we're simply using our attention and our sensation, not diving into intention or imagination yet. Very good. And then begin to come back into, you can open your eyes if your eyes were closed, and put in the chat box a few things that you noticed. And there's areas that I've highlighted because those are the keys, right? So when I'm teaching Qigong in a class, I don't go through all 18 of these all at once. I'll just drop them in at certain times. So I'll say, hey, bend your knees, feet flat on the ground, relax the hips, relax the waist, relax the shoulders, just bend the head, tuck the chin, right? So now that we've gone through all of these, I just want to get your feedback, what you notice. Sitting Qigong. So 3 days a week, I do sitting Qigong, meditation. The other days, where is it? I'm looking for, there it is. Chat, okay. The other 3 days, I do standing and I do my noble movement practices. Okay, Damon, nice feeling melting. Yeah. It's confusing. It says to stand. Yes, this is meant to be a standing posture for sure. But we're doing it sitting right now. Okay, you can feel the shoulders relaxing. Very good. Heat coming from the body. Yes. One of the first signs of cultivating qi is heat and warmth. And that's connected to the lower dantian. So each dantian has a qi association. The lower dantian is heat. The middle dantian is a vibration. So when we're around certain people, it's almost like we feel a humming, right? Or some kind of vibration. And then the upper dantian is light. And if you guys have any questions, you can drop those in the box as well. All right. Now this is the last slide we're going to review before we do some standing. No, there's two more, and then we're going to do some standing practices. So we are a divine battery. Now, what's super important, all of you guys are practitioners of some kind, and this stuff is essential to replenish your energy and not get drained from your clients, your coworkers, your workshops, okay? So energetic rooting, remember we're that battery, and we must constantly use the yin, grounding power of the earth, to help counterbalance the active yang energy from our world, from our thoughts, from electromagnetic frequency, from daily stress. And there's a book called Earthing, which is a great book. And science is now discovering all of the benefits of putting our bare earth on the ground. So part of your homework for this week is finding an area that's your power spot. You can put your bare feet on the ground, which helps the negative ions or that are given off by the earth, or where you're near waterfalls, grass, the ocean, these types of high vibration areas help ground us immediately. And maybe you guys already have a spot in mind. Now the other piece, right, so we're grounding into the earth, is the replenishment of qi. So if you see these pictures here, right, now our body has a limited supply of qi, period. We just know that. And why so many people are kind of losing it right now, because the high frequency vibrations of the planet are increasing. Scientists have been verifying that. So instead of anywhere from 7 to 9 megahertz, that was the Earth's frequency and vibration, it's now increasing upwards to 16 megahertz. And some studies say that it's even higher than that. So because we are like cells on the earth, if we aren't plugging into the earth, then we're not replenishing and allowing ourselves to be nourished in that way. And because we wear shoes all day, and we are oftentimes in artificial lighting. So going outside, super important. Now, when you look at this picture down below, we're gonna do these practices, but it's helpful to get the visual. So on the upper left corner, you'll see the ball of the foot, which is called the kidney 1 point. And it's the heart fire or circulatory system. So when we shift to the ball of the foot, it's going to increase the qi, which is why some Qigong systems have you putting more weight on the bubbling spring, which is great for beginners because you start to feel qi more. But the only thing is it can lead to too much heat in the system. So one of the first Qigongs that I learned, which is awesome and powerful and I love it, what I noticed was women who practice this Qigong form begin to have like hot flashes, and particularly women kind of past the age of 35 or 40. It didn't happen as much with men, but that's because if there's a Qigong system that is developed by a man or a woman, they've developed that system because it works best for harmonizing their body, their mind, their energy. So notice that as well. If you practice Qigong with other teachers, notice what happens for your body, okay? So the reason I say this is because when you have the ball of the foot active, we don't want to overheat. So if you notice your body is getting too hot, or you're noticing, qi tends to rise, then put your weight in your heels. And so my first teacher was always like, put your weight in the balls of the feet. I was like, okay, great, so I'm gonna teach it. I didn't know any better. Now, then my second grandmaster, he said, put a little bit more weight in your heels, because that activates the bones, the sea of marrow, and the yin, which allows the balls of the foot to open, to clear, to release qi, right? So It's all about a balance, right? So when you practice, you'll notice you're gently shifting from the ball of the foot to the heel. And when you're planted centered on both, evenly on the feet, then that opens up, they call it Wu Ji, which means infinite space. So when you're on both, now you're activating your central channel, which is also called the Tai Chi Po, and your three dantians. They align more easily. Now in the bottom left, you see the outside yang channels and the inside yin channels. When we practice, you want to imagine that there's a ball between your legs, and the knees, you don't want them to buckle in, okay? So it's like the knees are aligned with the feet. That way, when the bones are stacked, something called piezoelectricity happens. Piezio is a Greek word meaning pressure. So under pressure, the bones begin to give off electricity. And we know the bones are crystalline in nature. So once the muscles begin to fatigue over time from our standing Qigong, now you get this kind of little electric current happening. And for those of you who train, do squats, push-ups, those type of things, have you noticed when you get to a certain point in your reps, you're like pushing it? It almost feels like there's like an electric zing in like the elbow joints or the knees sometimes, right? That's part of the piezoelectricity that's happening as the muscles fatigue. Then the bones take on that pressure. That's why so many system Qigong in the traditional schools would have you just stand for 30 minutes before you do moving, so you can build the current in the bones first. Right, so it's all built on physics, essentially. The structure of the bones, now the muscles can begin to relax and more qi can flow. Now, look to the right hand picture. And so we talked about the Bai Hui, where the yang energy comes in. And so we send our mental attention like an anchor down the spine, down the tailbone, down the feet, into the earth. So I really want you to take that in when you're practicing. And when you notice in your day, there's parts or people where you feel ungrounded, just imagine that anchor dropping you down into the earth. All right. Last one, then we're gonna get to moving and grooving. And right now, if you guys need to, man, move a little bit. Roll your shoulders, roll your neck, do what you need to. Whenever I'm watching these types of things, I'll often be, just keeping my body open so I stay really present. So the methods for grounding, right? Posture, one of the first ones. Using affirmations, we're affirming our grounding cord. We're affirming our feet are in the earth. The visualization is key. The breath work helps. A feeling state or an emotion, right? And then a sound or a tone. Any one of these will work, okay? And when we go into our exercises in just a moment, I want you guys to pay attention to which exercises you notice help you ground the most, okay? And we're just going into a deep process here of grounding. All right, check that. Okay. So I want you guys now, because we're just going to do these things, and I'm going to stop the share. So we've got shaking, trembling horse, the ha sounds, which is the sound of the heart, the ha, right? And I'm going to move this now so you guys can see me. Stop the share. We got spine twist, pulling down heavens, the pillar of light 1 through 4, which we're going to do a little bit later, and then Dantian breathing and earth spiraling. All right, stop share, boom. Now find your space and let me know how the sound is. I'm gonna move back. We got the recording going. Got the microphone here. All right. Just a little bit. Make sure y'all can see. Okay, can you hear me now? Put a yes in the chat box if you can hear me. Okay, great. So I got this little portable thing right in front of me so y'all can hear me. Put this cord in my pocket. All right, so roll the shoulders back. Remember we reviewed the posture, so feet flat on the ground, knees bent, tailbone tucked under. Feel that drop, so you can put one hand on the lower back, drop it down. Do a couple of tucks like this until you feel that sweet spot where your tailbone drops like an anchor in the earth. Now, as you inhale, the belly will expand. As you exhale, belly comes back, waist soft, shoulders relaxed, chest gently tucked in, arms opened up, wrists soft, crown extended, chin tucked, tongue on the upper palate. Boom, ninjas. Now the first one is shaking. So you're going to bounce like this. Now as we do this, we're going to use those ha sounds. Now we use a descending tone to bring the energy from high to low. Okay? Inhale through the nose, big cleansing breath. Ah, relax your shoulders. Now this bounce comes from the knees. Imagine that your belly could touch the floor. Inhale, exhale. Ah. So this stacks the bones and activates that piezoelectricity. It also activates our lymphatic system. Some of you guys may have heard of the trampoline work where you spend 6 minutes just bouncing on the trampoline. That helps detox the lymph system. The lymph system is a big part of our immune system. So here we go. Inhale big. Exhale. Ah. Now chuck the chin a little bit. Open the back of the neck. Smile down. Ah. Open the back of the neck and the shoulders. And you just get all wiggly, And then align the spine again. Then shift left to right. I want you to just wiggle spontaneously in the way that you need. You can lean back a little bit, feel your shoulders drape open. Ah. Now open the jaw, relax the jaw, and make that big ha sound. And align the spine again. We do 3 big ha's. Ha. Feel that core going down your spine, down your feet, down into the earth. One more time. Now stop completely. Feel your crown extend while your tailbone drops, and feel the vibration of energy in your body. Feel the tingling in your fingers, your hands. Notice the sensations wherever you feel them. Notice your skin. Now we're going to go into spine twist. So feel as you do this spine twist, tailbone sinking down, folding into the hip joints, tapping the lower back. As we tap the lower back, it helps clear the cortisol from our adrenals. And one of the biggest causes of dis-ease is those stress hormones just get stuck and stagnant in our tissues. So we're gently tapping the lower back. Boom. Good. So opening up, they call it ringing the temple bell. So we're tapping lower back. You can even tap the belly a little bit. Opening up, rounding down. Now slowly come to a still point. Now we'll go to trembling horse. So we're going to start here with the fingers. Now from White Crane Qigong, you see them do a lot of this where they're creating these spirals with the fingertips. So the Qi spiral wraps up through the fingers, through the arms, through the legs, like coils. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We're just grounding in And then we're going to feel those coils begin to wrap up through the upper body, up through the chest, doing it a little longer than usual, and then feel it kind of flowing down through the rib cage. And then we'll go down through the belly. Then we'll go down through the hips. And then shake it down. And stop. Now we do a little faster. Hands like we plugged into an electric socket. Up to the chest, down to the belly. Then make that sound. We call this trembling horse. Shake it, shake it, shake it. So you'll notice you start to get warm doing this. Stop. Again. Start to build it up. Build it up like a dog just got out of the bathtub. 2 more. Inhaling. Exhale. Last one. Very good. Now from here, we're going to inhale, feeling that sensation of energy alive in your body. And as you exhale, imagine a pillar of light flowing down the front of your body. So now we're using our visualization. And imagine our palms are like laser beams, flowing down the heart, the belly, the legs. Inhaling, feel your crown extend while your tailbone sinks, knees soft, shoulders soft. Now pulling this pillar of light down the back of the head, neck, and spine. Down to the back of the throat. Sometimes I visualize it like a coffee press, just pressing down any gunk, just clearing it down and out. Down through the belly, down the root, down the legs. Inhale one more time. As you exhale, visualize that pillar of light flowing through the center of the brain now. We call this the meditation sanctuary. So the center of the pineal gland, the pituitary gland. And then melt down through the throat, center of the heart. Center of the solar plexus. Down through the navel, the root, hips and legs. Now inhale and let go of your mind. Pulling down the heavens, we use that sigh, the heart sound. In. Inhaling big and smooth, grounding down. Now we're going to combine our visualization with the sound. Inhale, connecting the earth, the sky, the sun. Exhale down the front of the body. Breathing in, gathering fresh chi from the earth. Fresh chi from the sun. Exhale down the back of the body. One more time, breathing in big and smooth, connecting to your higher self. Exhale down the center of the body. Very good. Now relax, just let your arms rest by your side. And this time, we're gonna do it silently. So you can be a ninja wherever you are, and you don't gotta use your hands or your sound. So imagine that stressful, ungrounded situation again. Feel it. Activate it. Now, as you inhale, feel your gathering energy from beneath your feet. And as you exhale, let out an internal let out a sigh. Exhaling for as long as you can, feeling the energy drain from your head, down your spine, down your tailbone into the earth. 2 more times. Just letting go down into the earth. And as you let go down into the earth, it's almost like there's this force field that gets activated. 1 more breath. And notice now how you feel. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very grounded, centered, calm, and 1 being ungrounded or anxious, how do you feel? And then put that in the chat box. Then also put down in the chat box that ungrounded situation. What did that feel like on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being very ungrounded, anxious, knocking things over. Right. So take your time. I know you're standing now. But then drop it in the chat box. I'm at my house and I got my kitty cats here. They live in Qigong. And I'm gonna come back to y'all. We're gonna review a few more things and go back to our Qigong practice. Oops. Excuse me, Asa. Watch it, girl. All right, Damon said he's an 11. That's what I like to hear. All right. A not 10. Answer 10, feeling really grounded and amazing. Awesome. And Brooke. Is that who that is? Who's Brant? Who's B-R-A-N-T? Put your name in the chat box so I'll make sure I'm saying the right person. Oh, Jordan. Okay, awesome, man. Well done. Glad you're here. So what I do when I'm in my day, I use any one of those based on where I'm at. If I'm in my office, I'll just shake out for 3 minutes. I'll do a few warriors breaths, do some ha's, and then go right back to that belly breath. And within 3 to 5 minutes, I'm like on it. Now, if I'm with a client or I'm in the gym or in a grocery store or something, I'll just adjust my posture. I'll sink into my heels, extend my crown. Now I'll just do that internal. And that long exhale is the key. So you inhale through the nose. Now, the heart math has found that doing about 4-second inhale and a 4-second exhale begins to create coherence between the heart and the brain. So you want to have that exhale at least 4 seconds. Okay, you really have to give it time. And it's funny because there's times I'll be stressed out and like, all right, I'll try it, and I won't give myself the full time. I'll try it for a minute. I'm like, and I'm like, oh, it's not working. I'm like, oh, wait a second. I didn't actually drop in. Even in my practice, I was rushed. So notice, there's times where that'll happen, and you just forgive yourself. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, good. You guys can hear me now. I'm gonna put the share screen back on. And hopefully y'all have water. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated. This is my favorite, especially during the summertime. It's like a yin water tonic. It's cucumber and peppermint. Peppermint's very cooling. Cucumber is very alkalizing. So you refrigerate it, and man, it's the best when it's hot out. Helps the kidneys, really good for the kidneys. Which, if you've done the reading, the Jing, the first treasure, the hormone essence, and the body, the heavy fluid essence, right, as well as the seminal essence. So our kidney chi is super, super important when we're building energy. And things like that, staying hydrated is one of the most simple ways to do that. All right, sharing screen. So what we just did, to recap, we did our shaking. We didn't do tapping yet. We did trembling horse. We did our heart sounds, spine twist, and we did pulling down the heavens. And while we were doing that, we were doing some Dantian breathing. So next up. Now, you can put it in the chat box or write a note to yourself which one felt most effective, right? They work together in unison, but if there was one in particular, maybe it was the sounds, maybe it was the shaking, Maybe it was the pulling down. Okay, just make a note of that, all right? Oh yeah, now we get into the great mystery and the not so subtle mystery as well. Now, what I love about Qigong and Taoist practices is oftentimes it's a secret because it's so simple. Like people just forget about these very simple things to do. So opening of the 5 gates. This is, I want you to really remember how important these 5 gates are in grounding, okay? And the first is our it's called kidney 1 point or bubbling spring. I also like to call them foot chakras. And some of this information and training and practice that I'm giving to you, it comes from Dr. Johnson and medical Qigong. It also comes from Francesca McCartney, who runs a school called Intuition Medicine here in the Bay Area and runs the Academy of Intuition Medicine, where she does master's programs for nurses, doctors, and lay people as well. So when we were training, she would call them the foot chakras. And I was like, oh, I like that. So the foot chakras. So if you're sitting or standing, whatever the case may be, just get into a position where you can take your foot and begin to tap right here for a moment. Okay, actually, no, instead of using your hand, just tap that foot on the ground for a moment. Okay, do about 10 times. Then go to the other side, tap it, tap, tap, smile, 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 drop it down, drop it down. And then close your eyes and bring your attention to your feet. Noticing sensations. And begin to imagine your feet opening like eyes. Feel that bubbling spring point being activated and open fully, receiving the chi from Mother Earth, receiving that unconditional love and nourishment from Mother Earth, knowing how loved and supported you are in all ways. You need to let that wash through your feet, up to your ankles, up your legs, feeling this golden rivers of liquid light filling your legs, your knees, your quads, your hips. And now as you breathe in, bring your awareness to the root, your perineum. And open your eyes if your eyes are closed for a moment. And look in the bottom right-hand corner where it says, it's spelled H-U-I, but it's said Hoi, Hoi Yin, which means earth gate or root chakra. And I want you to lift, tighten, and then let go. Lift it, and then let go. And now as you close your eyes, as you inhale, soften the perineum. Then as you exhale, lift the perineum. We're tuning into the subtlety, activating the root. Inhaling, the belly softens, the root relaxes and drops down into the earth. And as you exhale, gently lift the perineum. Now we're going to connect the first and second gate, the balls of our feet, to the third gate, our root. Inhaling big and smooth. The feet open up like eyes. The root opens up, relaxing down into the earth. And just noticing what you're feeling. If you're feeling good, if you're feeling uncomfortable, whatever's coming up is perfect. And then as you exhale, gently lift the perineum and feel your foot chakras absorbing chi. So there's this natural inhale and receiving. Exhale, lifting. So on the exhale, we are both absorbing and grounding, and then whatever else we don't need just flows down into the earth. Okay. So on the inhale, we soften, relax. It's like our feet begin to melt like water into the soil. Now we're still sitting, brother. That's a great question. Yeah, just sitting now. Because I want you guys to get used to doing this at any time, at anywhere. And I know as entrepreneurs, we spend a lot of time sitting, right? Getting messages out there. So we're doing both, okay? Sitting Qigong and standing Qigong. And then simply notice what you feel. So there's part of us that sometimes feels uncomfortable with that letting go. And when we're doing this practice of letting go into the earth, fully dissolving into the earth, it's like we're letting in that yin. We're letting in that ability to surrender, to not know, to not have the answer. And that's where the miracles happen. That's where the magic comes in. So give yourself permission when you're doing these breath practices to keep dropping down into the earth, deeper and deeper. Just let the earth hold you. It's like connecting back into the womb, you know, just like, oh, I'm so held and loved and supported. And we're going to move into the Lao Gong. So now just as I'm speaking, as you inhale and exhale, just feel that circuit happening from the earth, feeling the root, feeling the belly, and back down. Okay. Inhaling up, exhaling down. So remember, when you exhale and lift, you're containing and you're getting a little bit more engagement in the dantian, in the belly. And at the same time, as you exhale, you're just cleansing, you're just letting go. So you're retaining the essence, letting everything else go. Now, these are preparatory exercises, meaning that when I first start practice, I'll often do the like real relaxation and lifting and tightening my belly enough so I feel heat and warmth in my belly. Then I'll make it more subtle. So I'll keep the perineum just gently lifted, okay? And I'll use less muscular effort. And you'll find your sweet spot. Just keep trusting. This is all about you trusting the wisdom of your body. So now, go like this, make a small fist. And right where the middle finger is, that's where the Lao Gong is. Pericardium 8. It's where we project and receive energy. So now, just rub that point. Make some circles on one hand. And then bring your hand to your ear so you can hear the sound vibration. And we're activating the hand chakra. See it spinning. See it, once again, like eyes. We're opening up these new eyes in our hands. Then go to the other side. Once again, this is preparatory. Breathe in and see that light. And whatever way you want to circle, do it. Doesn't matter too much. Good. Now connect your fingers like this. And then bring your hands down. So if you're sitting, just bring them down to your belly like this. Right in front of your navel. And then pull the hands apart about an inch or two. We'll do 5 dantian breaths here. Inhale, expand the belly, relax the perineum, relax the feet. Then exhale, gently lift the perineum. The hands will naturally come together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel any natural adjustments of your posture that are needed. Inhaling, 1. Expanding the belly, 2, 3, 4. Feeling chi between your palms like taffy. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling with a smile now. Feel your belly softening and relaxing, your feet opening up like eyes. And as you exhale, you're drawing in the earth chi directly from the earth. It's filling your root, filling your belly, filling your palms. Last one. Inhale, expand. And then exhale, ground, center, brighter and brighter. Very good. Now you can open your eyes if your eyes were closed. Put what you noticed in the chat box. And whatever came most to your awareness. Maybe your feet started to get warm. Maybe you noticed more sensation at your root. Maybe you noticed an emotion come up. Whatever you noticed, put it in the chat box. Maybe for the first time you felt your chi really, really powerful or potent. This is we're building the foundation. We're building the foundation here, which is very, very important. All right. Now that we got it sitting down, you can see that person sitting down there. Oh, let's see. I love hearing what y'all got to say, because it just makes me happy. I wish we could be live. God dang it. I want to be live with y'all. Like the ease of the connection between all points. Excellent. I was really aware of the energy between my hands. Excellent. Okay. Boom. Close that. Go to play. So now we are, oopsie, gonna do this in a standing position. And last week we did the full pillar of light, the 1 through 10, the 3 invocation, which is to ground, center, cleanse, and create a sacred healing space. Now we're gonna dive deeper into each one of these points so you can magnify your own practice. And eventually you'll be able to do this at any time, anywhere. So the grounding anchor points, right? We talked about your feet, we talked about your root, and then we talked about also your hands. Because once the chi fills in the hands, then we know that our body is being filled with chi from the earth. So when you're practicing, even if it's meditation, you should really notice sensations happening inside. We're not looking for them, we're just hyper aware of those things. Because then we know where we're holding tension. We notice where the blockages are effortlessly and naturally, and we can breathe into them because our body knows how to heal. So we are going to stand now, and this one's going to be a shorter version. Oh, kitty cat right there. All right. So stand up. I know we go from sitting to standing. Stop the share. You guys can see me. You guys hear me good? All right. So you're gonna ground down, bend the knees, feet forward, flat on the ground. Tailbone tucked. Waist is soft. Shoulders relaxed. Crown extended, chin tucked. Now we're gonna open the arms, hollow the armpits, heavy elbows, relaxed wrists. I'm gonna pull down the heavens first. I always start my practice by pulling down the heavens. Inhale, as the arms raise, feel the tailbone sink 1/2 inch into the ground. And then as you exhale, pull down. Feel your mind going back and then down the spine. One more time. We were growing those tree roots now. So 1 is fun. Shift away from the balls of the feet to the heel. And your hands are gonna go like this. First 2 fingers forward. As you shift to the heels, pinky and ring finger back. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, feel the balls of the feet activate. Exhale, feel the heels activate. Breathing in, drawing in earth chi from the center of Mother Earth. As you exhale, letting go down in the earth. Inhale, belly relaxes. Exhale, belly comes back, perineum lifts. Breathing in, balls of the feet. Activating our circulatory system, our blood, our heart, our lungs. As we exhale, melt down. Feel that anchor from the mind go down the spine, down the tailbone, activating our bones, our sea of marrow, our cerebrospinal fluid, our kidney essence. Inhale, shift to the ball of the foot. Exhale, shift to the heel. It's about 10% now. This is very minute movement. If I was watching you, it would almost look invisible. And now find that balance point between the ball of the foot and the heel. Keep extending your crown, dropping your shoulders down. And send that smile down from the heart into the belly. Now 2 is shu. Let your palms press down on Mother Earth. It's like you're standing in a lake of water. And then what I want you to do is just spiral like this, okay? Spiral. And if you feel called to shift from ball of foot to heel, that's fine. If not, just stand firm, grounded. Listen to your intuition. So 2 is shu. 1 is fun. We just melt that smile through the front, the back, and the center. 2 is shu. We're melting our feet in the earth. We imagine our palms opening, our lao gong open. Now from here, we're going to make sword fingers. Okay? This is the most powerful way to project energy. Sword fingers. Most powerful way to project energy. So drill down. Inhale, receive, and it's like we're giving ourselves permission. We're asking permission from Mother Earth and giving ourselves full permission to trust the earth. So our fingertips are drilling down, our feet are drilling roots down deep and wide. Deep and wide, tailbone anchoring down. Once you feel that connection deep into the core of the earth, now open your fingertips, extend your crown, relax your shoulder, and begin to spiral inwardly like this. Okay? We're drawing in the chi. Fingertips are like straws. Inhaling, absorbing energy from the earth. Exhaling, letting it fill your legs and your lower dantian with golden chi. Inhaling that love and nourishment from the earth. This is our playground to explore. As you exhale, fill with that unconditional love like golden light. Allowing deeper love in, deeper self-love. Forgiving ourselves and letting it go down to the earth. Inhaling, gathering chi from Mother Earth. We thank you, we honor you, love you. Fill your whole being with that energy. As you exhale, vibrate in your dantian. Now, as you feel this connection between the earth, that earth circuit, the grounding points of the feet, the hands, and the root. Now open the palms, and I want you to begin to move. It's like you're sliding. Just take a few steps. Feel your tailbone digging through the earth. Feel your hands thick with chi, just digging through the ground. And you can do this earth hand if you want, or this one, okay? Whatever you like. Just kind of stroll in your bedroom, feeling good as fuck. You're down grounded, feeling nice. Open your eyes, see around you. What's important is to ground these states with our eyes open as well. So we close our eyes, activate the inner vision, and then we open our eyes to bring this sense. So it may feel like you're walking in this ocean of energy. And then put what you observe from that 1 through 4 practice, any activations that occurred for you, in the chat box. I'm gonna check the time, see where we're at. one more thing to cover. Okay. Doing good, doing good. So put in the chat box how y'all feeling. What's going on for you guys? All right. And I'm going to share my screen while you guys ground back in. Yeah. Damon, weighed a ton, but spirit light. Angela, still feeling amazing and feeling lots of energy in my hands. Excellent. That's the Lao Gong activating. It's crazy because now I feel it all the time. I use it when I'm at the grocery store. I'll feel the chi off of different fruits or vegetables. Man, it's a fun experiment. Or I'll feel it off of books. If I'm like, I'm at Barnes & Noble or I'm at somewhere, what book is in higher alignment? And, you know, sometimes my mind convinces me to do things that actually aren't in my highest good. So I'll just feel the chi. And I'll get a real zing on one, or I'll get a, meh, no, it's pretty flat. You know, so you can use this in a lot of different ways. And so when I do medical Qigong treatments, that's what I use. I use my hands. They actually call it, in intuition in medicine, they call it psychometry. And I didn't know that was I was doing or learning in Qigong, but you can use your hand and you begin to feel if the chi is hot, warm, cold, erratic. If it's depleted, you can feel it from your hands. So my goal through this is to begin to really help you guys to feel your own chi and begin to work with it and become your own, you know, self-healer. And not feeling my nervous system down regulating. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna share my screen again. I'm having a blast with y'all, by the way. This is my Sunday fun day. I went to the park, went disc golfing with my dad today and was out in nature with my bare feet. And I was just thinking like, wow, like I love teaching Qigong. This is my life. So thank you guys for being here. It's just such a pleasure. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Stay with me. Hang in there. Boom, boom, boom. So just take this in. Look at that picture on the left. These are the 3 dantians. So the Hoi Yin you see there at the base of the spine. And then put one hand on your navel and one hand just behind your navel. And that's where the gate of life and the spirit palace are. So when we cultivate chi, you'll start to feel more warmth in those 2 areas as well. And especially at the base of your tailbone. And people will feel it in different ways. It may feel like heat, warmth, vibration. Sometimes it'll feel like your dantian is spinning. And then the middle dantian, which is, so our lower dantian is our kinesthetic awareness. And what they found is when we tune into our dantian, it activates our subconscious mind, which has 2,000 times the processing power of our conscious mind. So when we bring our awareness to our dantian, that's one of the first keys to grounding. One of the first keys to increasing our intuition. Because naturally then our higher centers open, our heart softens and relaxes, and we're not trying so hard. Now the middle dantian, the chi association is vibration, which I talked about earlier, and that's our place of empathic awareness. And for many of you who are empathic and can feel people's energy, it's super important to remember how to feel what your unique essence feels like, as well as what somebody else's energy feels like. So we don't try to process other people's emotions or stuff, which is why these grounding techniques, these cleansing techniques are super foundational before we start moving energy and, you know, doing more advanced practices. And then the third, our upper dantian. And so right in the back of the skull, top of the head, and the third eye, that triangle creates the upper dantian. And this chi association is with light, and it's the seat of our psychic awareness. And I'm going to go into it next week about how these begin to show up for you as intuitive gifts more specifically. And I don't want to go too much more into it because I want to have time to practice. So next up, Oh yeah, Qigong practice. All right. So you had that visual of each dantian. What I want you to do now, we're going to move our chairs again. I'm going to scoot back. I'm going to stand. But before you do that, what I want you to do is just put one hand on your head and one hand on the back of the head. We're going to open up the Bai Hui. We opened up the 5 gates already. This is top secret special for you guys right here on the call. We're going to open up the upper energy center to help clear out the gunk, okay? Clear out the old patterns, just create more space and more light. So one hand is here. One hand is at the base of the skull. And we're going to do this ancient sound, and it's zam, okay? So do the zzz. You feel the vibration in the lower occiput area, clearing our reptilian brain. Zam. When you do the it opens up the third eye. When you do the ah, it opens up the crown area. So it's washing, cleansing the brain. And they found that through sound vibration, we can activate there's a fluid, I think it's called the third ventricle. There's this fluid inside of the brain that helps activate and decalcify our pineal glands. So that's the importance of sound, because we can go inside our brain and our tissues where our physical energy can't, but the sound can, our intention can. Let's do 3 more. So one hand on the back. Now put one hand on the front, or on the top rather. Zam. 2 more. So you're going zam. Zam. Very good. So this week, if you want to practice that, do that about 10 times as a prep to open up the upper dantian and clear and cleanse the mind. How was that for y'all? I know it's kind of crazy, kind of cool and weird. All right. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go over just a little bit today. But you know, we're in our practice time now. So once again, scoot back. Bum, bum, bum. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can see me. Excellent. So we're doing what we started last week with balancing the 3 treasures. I want to do the earth movement today as well to help ground and increase the digestion, the stimulation for our belly and our digestion. So connect to the palms. Relax the shoulders. And we're going to do a breath work here to help stimulate the dantian and activate the lao gongs to another degree. Okay, this is called the bellows breath. The bellows breath is to increase or help our digestion, our bowel movements, and stimulate the lower dantian. So you inhale through the nose, double inhale, belly will expand, and then double exhale. As you exhale, belly lifts, perineum tightens. As you inhale, belly expands, perineum softens, creating a pump. Find that rhythm that feels natural to you. Extend the crown, relax the shoulder, gathering earth chi from your feet, cleansing down from the mind, down from the heart, stimulating the heat in the belly. See that sun inside of you going brighter and brighter. You may notice more warmth or heat in your body. That's a good sign. And then keep smiling down. 3 more. Relax. Return to that belly breath, that scholar's breath. Now we inhale, pull the hands apart, like stretching tap feet. Then exhale, come closer. Feel how much stronger the chi is in the Lao Gong hands. Inhale, smiling as you expand the belly, expand the heart, receive the earth. Exhale, ground, center. I am grounded like a mountain. Inhale, expand. And now as we do this, allow a grounding symbol to come in to your mind's eye, into your field. It might be a redwood tree, a mountain, maybe it's cables of light going down into the earth, a pyramid, whatever it is. Allow that grounding symbol to come into your field. What is your grounding symbol today? And then allow that grounding symbol to become bigger, brighter, and more clear until it fills your entire body and it surrounds your entire body, your auric field. Inhaling, expanding your grounding. Exhale, deepening your grounding. Inhale, receiving that unconditional love, strength, and support from the earth. Exhale, deepen your grounding. Affirm ground. I am grounded, I am clear. I am one with all of life. I call myself into full presence and alignment here and now. I am willing and ready to receive. I receive now. Now inhale, pull the hands apart. We're going to expand the arms up like a bird. Spread your wings. And as you exhale, sink down, put the weight in your heels. Soar into the earth. And we're going to draw the chi up the legs. Drawing this golden ball. Roll the shoulders back and down and press through the hands. Feel that stretch through the upper back, opening the back of the heart. Inhale, opening the wrists, the gates on the wrists. Extend up through the rib cage. As you exhale, stretch the fingertips to the sky, sink the shoulders, tuck the tail. 2 more like that. Inhale, pulling down, cleansing the mind, grounding our whole field. Feel the energy flowing through our physical body, under our feet, down into the earth, letting go of what you don't need. And inhale, receiving energy from the earth. Exhale, washing through your heart. Inhale, rising. Exhale, stretch and sink hips and shoulders. Big inhale, smiling down, pulling down this golden arc of light. Exhaling down into the earth. Breathing in, feeling the energy flow up the feet, feeling the lower dantian, middle dantian, and washing, cleansing the heart. Inhale, rising into the sky. Be a crown extending into the sun. Stretch the rib cage as you exhale. Fingertips extend, shoulders sink, tailbone drops. Pause here for a moment. Begin to spiral from the arms. Feeling the chi, you're a pillar of light, you're a divine battery between heaven and earth. And then connect to your vision, your purpose. And as you inhale, pull down the heavens, pull down the support, the light, the wisdom from your soul. Feel your essence. As you exhale down, sending that love and connection to the earth. This time as you come up, you can round the spine, open the central channel, come up 1 vertebrae at a time, engaging the core. Filling with life force energy. What does it feel like to fill with your essence. Inhaling, pulling down, calling in your soul essence. Exhaling, sending that as a gift to the earth. As you breathe in, allowing the earth chi to flow up. Watch the heart, send that love and light from your heart out your hands like a mighty golden river out both hands. Inhaling. As you exhale, stretch and sink. Breathing in. Feeling your essence. Feeling the colors associated with your essence. And keep filling with your essence. Last one. Exhaling, releasing the heart. Inhaling. Rising into the sky as you exhale. Stretch fingers, sink shoulders and hips. Plug into the universe. As you breathe in, drawing that cosmic chi. Staying nice and tall now. Connect the palms. Now we go to the earth movement. This one is called Bear Rounds the Earth, Eagle Holds the Sun. So I will be your mirror. As you inhale, carry Mother Earth in your palms. And then as you exhale, your palm will face the earth and you're going to slide under the earth. At the side, your elbows will open. You'll look up through that diamond in your hands. As you exhale, the elbows come in and down. Feel the upper back softening. Letting go of any doubt or worry into the earth. Breathe in, connect the hands, carry the earth. As you exhale, swoop under the earth. Feel your tailbone digging through the earth, spiraling through the earth. Inhale, as the elbows lift, rib cage extends, expands while the tailbone drops. So elbows are pressed up, shoulders are sunk down. And then as you exhale, elbows come in, fingertips glossing over a waterfall. Inhaling, carry the earth. Exhale, palms ground down. Inhale, rising, holding the sun, connecting to your essence. Exhale, feeling that essence flow down through your body into the earth. Connect the hands, breathing in. Exhaling, smiling to Mother Earth. Inhale as the arms raise, the tailbone and knees drop. Calling in deep trust in your soul. As you exhale, let that trust flow down through you. Trusting in love and wisdom. Breathing in, rotating to the right. I'm sorry, it's to your left. Exhale, swooping down under the earth. Letting go of worry and doubt. Inhale, rise like the sun. Across the sky. Exhale, dissolving downward. Trust in your true nature. Inhale. Exhale, swoop down. Inhale, rise up. Eagle holds the sun. Exhale, pull down those sunbeams, those rays of light of your true self. Inhale. Exhale. We got one more each side. It's like we're honoring the earth, the sky, all of the elements, becoming one with our environment. Exhale. Last one, with all your heart and sincerity, holding Mother Earth in your palms. Exhale, swoop down, glossing over Mother Earth, sending gratitude. Inhale, rising, connecting to your essence, your true nature. As you exhale, allow that light to flow through every cell, every pore, down through your spine. Connect the palms. Breathe in the center. Rest here. in silence for a few breaths. Feeling your central channel plugged into the earth and the heavens, overflowing your physical tissues, your energetic body, your emotional body, your physical body, your spiritual body. And as we close our practice, make a ball shape, dedicating our practice to the awakening of all beings, to bringing harmony to earth, bringing harmony to our hearts. Love and guidance is right here, right now. Send that smile down to your heart, to your belly, and set your own intention for your practice right now, your own dedication or prayer. Pour that energy into that ball of light. Know that miracles are real. And each one of you plays an important role on this planet at this time of transformation and ascension. Feel that in your bones. Know how much I love you and thank you for your presence. Know how much God loves you, the universe. And then close your hands. Place all that beautiful energy into your belly. Feel the warmth. And begin to massage. We will go about 9 times, getting larger and larger. Then we'll go the other way, smiling down, embracing our whole being. Grounding in, letting the hands come to a still point. Release the hands, open the wrists, open the knees, ankles. Thank you so much for being here today. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording. That way we can just